The Pitch-Black Pokémon Darkrai is making its debut in Pokémon GO in Tier 5 raids from October 17th until November the 1st, starting and ending at 1 PM Pacific Daylight Time. Darkrai is a pure Dark type, boosted by foggy weather. Darkrai slots straight into Pokémon GO as the game's brand new best Dark type attacker, with Snarl and Dark Pulse delivering neutral DPS of 16.8. At first glance, when you think something's brand new and newly best in class, that you should be fighting very hard to get good ones worthy of powering up. The picture here isn't quite as clear though, as the times when you'd use Dark type Pokémon are in fights against Psychic types and Ghost types, as they're the only two types weak to Dark type attacks. Looking at Darkrai in some real case uses, against Mewtwo, which is a great benchmark for fighting against Psychic type Pokémon, Darkrai drops in 3rd, behind Chandelure and Giratina Origin Form. There's not a lot in it, its performance is fantastic, but it's a lot more fragile than Giratina and would be a lot more costly on your revives and potions. In battles against Giratina Origin Form, targeting that Ghost type, it drops in 4th, basically splitting the dragons in half. Rayquaza is still absolutely king, Salamence and Palkia taking up 2nd and 3rd slot, and Darkrai, with a respectable 616.9 seconds in its time to win, makes it a very viable pick, and faints a lot fewer times than the dragons do. This makes Darkrai an interesting quandary really. It is fantastic, it is best in class, but without a change in its moveset or some kind of future stat rebalance, it doesn't really change the game. You already have most of the things that are best at the things Darkrai will excel at. I've ranked Darkrai 4 out of 5 in terms of its value and how many raid passes to invest in getting a good one. If we say that Psystrike Mewtwo is a 5 out of 5 because Psystrike completely rewrote how much damage Psychic type attacks can do on one of the game's strongest Pokemon, and when it was released it had a shiny chance, I'd take it just that one step down from there. Definitely a fantastic Pokemon, brand new Pokédex registration, but then it's up to you whether you'd want to power up your best ones. The CPs to look out for are 2136 or 2671 if you're playing in the fog. As a pure Dark type, Darkrai is weak to Fighting, Bug, and Fairy type attacks, and Fighting make up the predominance of its top counters. Your best counter versus Darkrai is Machamp, with Counter and Dynamic Punch. Other very viable counters include Counter Dynamic Punch Breloom, Counter Dynamic Punch Hariyama, Charm Dazzling Gleam Togekiss, if you want the excuse to get that charm out, Counter Dynamic Punch Toxicroak, and Charm Dazzling Gleam Gardevoir. Darkrai's possible fast attacks are Feint Attack and Snarl, and its possible charged attacks are Dark Pulse, Shadow Ball, and Focus Blast. The difficulty of these Darkrai raids is almost identical to Giratina, really. A duo is possible, but you need weather boost on your side. In this case, cloudy weather, boosting both fighting types and fairy types. For trainers with maxed out counters, a trio should be relatively comfortable, and if your counters aren't quite up there, maybe 4 or 5 trainers would be ideal. As always, I recommend checking out Pokebattler.com if you want to find out how strong your individual Pokemon are, and how many trainers of your strength it would take to defeat a particular raid boss. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, drop a like below. Best of luck in the Halloween event, nabbing yourself a cheeky shiny Yamask, and hopefully some top IV Darkrai. This video has been designed to be screenshotted to be used as a resource while you're out raiding, but if you'd like the static infographic ready to go, please check me out on Twitter @KitsuneChris. Thank you for watching, and best of luck battling Darkrai. Matane!